Mute your mic and let's watch it.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Prosecutor said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
An FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Lords of War podcast here on X Live, Rumble, YouTube, and special place today, Chatter Studios. Chatter Social is an app in the App Store, both app stores. Download it, and we have a live audience in there right now that they're going to be joining in on the podcast, asking us questions about the today's news briefs. I will hopefully be joined shortly by my cohort, Barry Ramey. Enrique is off for the rest of the week, and he tasked me with running this whole deal. It's bad enough I got to do my own show. Now I got to do his too. Yes, I'm going to relentlessly bust his balls the entire time we're going today. But yeah, if you guys want to get in on the conversation, go to the App Store, and even whatever your respective App Store is, Google or Apple, Android or Apple. Download the Chatter Social app and join in. And right now, you will see me on the Critical Mass group. I'm at Patriot Rob 1772 over there, and joining the people that are in there. They're all wicked chill, and let's have this conversation. So we're going to start off by talking about. I know we're going to talk about the Epstein thing, but I want to bring something to light that more so, as much as I am enraged about what's going on with this Epstein show, is what it's performative, it's theater, people. If you haven't been listening to me since November, talk about my disdain and mistrust of Pam Bondi, I don't know where the fuck you've been. My hard line, my line in the sand, which will get me violent, like physically violent, verbally violent, is children. You fuck with children, you can guarantee, especially if you do it in front of me, that I'm going to have your ass. Barry, let me know when you're ready, bro. I'm just going to get through this monologue real quick, bro. And but when you want to profit or use hyperbolic language blaming Trump for the deaths of children in Texas, you are a scumbag. You are a piece of shit. You are, the word is saprophyte. Look it up if you're if you have if you don't know what the word is. I learned that word in 1995. It was due to the Crow, Barry, when Tintin walked in and called what's his name a saprophyte. I was like, what the fuck word is that? That means you're a bottom feeder. You're a lower form of fucking life. You're not even a fucking human being.
Somebody
Somebody
called me a sycophant in prison,
Yep,
and I had to look that one up. I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never been called that. I don't think that really applies to me, but I learned a new word, so that's good.
Everybody, Barry Ramey. And if you're somebody that's trying to grab headlines to promote your fucking show by off the backs of dead children, you are a fucking scumbag piece of shit. And you can guarantee if we ever met IRL, I would let you know how much disdain I have for you. Especially when you're swallowing.
What shitbag did this, Rob?
What shitbag did this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty prevalent over. Well, Destiny's one of them.
Yeah. Who is that?
He's some fucking YouTuber, Twitcher, fucking. Yeah,
his name is Destiny.
Yeah, dude, he's actually Captain Cleanup. He lets other dudes bang his old lady. He lets his other dude bang his old lady, and then he cleans it up. That's what a Captain Cleanup is.
Okay. All right. I see.
Phil from All That Remains, who's on Tim Pool's podcast, outed him for that.
All right. Wow. I mean,
yeah,
I mean, the guy I gotta give it to him. The guy Destiny is very brave, because if a story came out like that about me and it was true,
it's
I
true.
would probably, hang up the towel. But kudos to him.
What this fucking dude looks like. Yeah, but it's all over social media.
His name's Destiny. So right there, I mean, every day he wakes up, he starts from like behind, like he's already got to overcome the fact that they call him Destiny. So
what's going on with you, brother?
Not much, man. Not much. I was a little late. I had to go retrieve my cell phone today from the FBI agent that was in charge of my case. And so I wanted to make a little bit of a statement. I don't know if I was able to deliver this, so I wore this shirt, Rob. What do you think?
I love it, bro. Hell yeah.
So he met me in the parking lot and, had to give my phone back. And this is, I hate fucking being like this, man, but I'm not going to sit here and fucking not tell the truth. Like, I have disdain for my case agent, and I also I don't know if respect's not the right word, because I just can't respect the FBI for what they have allowed themselves to become. But he could have made my life worse, and I know this because people that had lesser charges of me and their case agent just destroyed them in their lives. He held back. He didn't go on the stand and make me out to be a terrorist. When they asked him, hey, what does this sign mean? He's like, I don't know. It means okay. He didn't go up there and say what they wanted him to say, which what they wanted him to say, which would have been a lie. So I have to say, on that regard, he waited to me to come out in the parking lot to send the FBI hit squad at me. There's that, but he did lie. He did blatantly lie. If you Google my name, it says Barry Ramey, Proud Boy from South Florida, threatens an FBI agent investigating his case. That is a fucking lie. That's why the charges were dropped and the sentencing enhancement was dropped. But the media still, of course, reported that I threatened an FBI agent. So I'll always not like him for that. But again, could have ruined my world by testifying that I was a terrorist, and he did not do that.
That's like That's like saying you.
Yeah, I know.
Right in the middle of having sex, the girl looks at you and says, "No, I think I don't want to do this anymore," and you have to stop.
Right.
Yeah, she gave it up, but she gave up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it, and I just want to be clear when she says stop, just fucking stop. Just stop. It's not worth it. Fuck this hashtag Me Too shit. Just stop, and get yourself a fucking better one or something. I don't know what to tell you, but
people are clipping this right now.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on.
So I just my case proves that they didn't have to do what they did to some of these people. Okay, like they didn't have to go at these grannies and these grandpas the way they did. They didn't have to raid their houses like they did. So I'm not gonna sit there and forgive them for that. And it's just because they came at me pretty hard. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't do what they did to some other people, as far as seizing all their property, tearing their house up for 20 fucking hours in front of their neighbors. They didn't give me that treatment, but 20 dudes with fucking M16s and M4s at your face still sucks.
What was your sentence?
I got 5 years. They were trying to make me sign a plea for 15 years. I did get into it with a Capitol police officer. They argued for 9.5 at my sentencing, but I had a really badass attorney, and I was never arguing that I was innocent. I was just arguing that you really over fucking charged me here. And fortunately, the judge agreed and dropped the most serious charges against me at my bench trial. But they wanted to give me fucking 9.5 years at my sentencing. The judge gave me 60 months. Yeah, so I got my phone back. I don't want it. I actually don't want the fucking phone. So to tell you what we're doing, we are sending this phone off to a forensics lab to thank you, beautiful woman. I'm telling you, bro. I get even side note, the fucking FBI agent today tells me, he's like, I was listening to some of your phone calls, obviously, while you were in jail, and I have to say, your girl, man, she loves you, man. She supports you. You've got a good one. I'm like, I know, but you try to take me away from her forever. But I didn't say that part. But yeah, so I'm sending the phone off to a forensics lab to take it apart and do a diagnostics check to see if they encrypted any software within the phone, which at this point, obviously, with the Fourth Amendment, would be extremely illegal and unconstitutional. So we are going to be doing that only to further, collect data with what we're doing with WeTheJ6ers.com and showing how corrupt the FBI really was with us and is with all Americans.
Barry, if we are, and just to let you know, bro, we are also streaming on Chatter today too. We got a live audience in there.
I don't know what that means. What's a Chatter, Rob?
It's another app.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's
another one.
Basically, if you go into Spaces and everything you hate about Spaces and that you wish Spaces could be, Chatter is. Chatter is all that and more. So we have a room full of people. They can come up and interact with the show. We are live streaming. We are actually streaming this right now, screen sharing it. So they're watching us at the same time and they can interact with us.
Okay. Well, what's up, Chatter? It's good to see you, hear you, something like that.
And can you, will you handle the comments so I can, so right now they're actually seeing the whole like green room and everything else. Cause I don't have a full screen. So if I go to the full screen, I can't see the comments.
Okay. I'm just looking. The only thing I'm seeing is X comments. You're not looking for Chatter comments, right?
Yeah, no. We don't have the RTMP like thing. They're just seeing us. They can't comment, but they can talk to us if they.
The LGBTQ
RP. Yeah. And of course,
yeah.
I don't know if
it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Rafty's calling me.
Nice. I'm surprised he's not in here. I know he says he wasn't going to come in, but that means nothing.
That's why I'm calling.
Oh yeah, everybody can hear you.
I know. Oh, so I can't say stupid things.
We're live.
Set a reminder tonight at 8 p.m. I'm going to be airing the exclusive Shane Lamond interview. We're going to be recording it here shortly. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys. Well, I guess you don't have to mention it. I'm mentioning it now, but just mention it towards the end of the show.
Yep, I can do that.
I'm gonna mention it a few times because I just really feel that people don't understand how significant this interview actually is.
He said we're going to mention it. He's going to mention it a few times because the people don't understand how significant this is. So we're going to, as soon as I hang up with you, I'll have Barry talk about who Shane Lamont is and why this is significant and huge.
All right.
Like my dick.
Yeah. It is. He did Greg Kelly, Greg Kelly's show last night, but that's on Newsmax, so it's short segments. So this is the first long form interview that he does sit down. So it's pretty, and I'll let Barry go into specifics, but like this guy was the intelligence commander for Metropolitan PD, and he's the person that had all the contacts with Capitol PD, Secret Service, FBI before, during, and after January 6th. So I think that's why one of the biggest reasons why it's important.
Reno says that you're gay. By the way, just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, tell him to file a complaint with fucking HR.
Again. So are you done? Are you done interrupting our show, Enrique, or you want to? You have anything else to say?
He wants to know if you're done interrupting our show because we're trying to be professional here. At least one of us was here on time.
I honestly wasn't planning on even showing up. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to leave our audience with just you because I wanted to retain that audience. So.
I remember yesterday.
I want to talk about the what Enrique was just saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard who Shane Lamont is. He was the intelligence coordinator for the Metropolitan Police Department in DC. He is an individual that worked directly with the CIA, FBI, any type of grandeur event that put DC at risk, any type of terroristic threat or anything like that. That was his job to organize and coordinate with the intelligence apparatuses of the Department of Justice. Okay. They wrongfully accused Shane, this officer, of coordinating with Enrique Tarrio and the Proud Boys, and basically tipping him off and giving him information ahead of time. And that would cause a security issue. And this was a complete fabricated and egregious BS lie. And they sentenced Shane Lamont recently to 18 months for this. Enrique testified in his trial while Enrique was in prison. Now, why this is significant, as you can see here at the War Boys studio, you tune in to us because we are extremely professional individuals. We never fucking cuss. We keep it 100 all the time. We're always on time. We're extremely professional. We would never post things like, "Hey, Enrique is gay." Like I would never call Enrique gay because Enrique is totally gay. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that. So why? My point is you tune into us because clearly we are professionals that deliver the news in a very unique and very profound professional manner. But this is the epitome of why I believe there is an underground movement to obtain information. And I'm being dead serious now. Is the War Boys studio and Enrique Tarrio's interview with Shane is going to be it is not. I'm not just saying this because I want you to tune in and watch the interview. I'm saying it because it's fucking true. This is a groundbreaking interview that you're going to hear things for the very first time because this individual is pretty much had it with the corruption in his former from his former employer, the DC Police Department, and he's going to be telling you things that you need to know, that you deserve to know, that otherwise you would not hear. MSNBC, Fox, CNN, they would never allow Shane to be able to talk to you in the manner that he's going to be allowed to talk to you during this interview and talk to you and give you information that he's going to give you. So that's what makes us very significant. And these are the types of things we're going to be doing moving forward. So that's why I highly recommend you hit that notifications button and follow the Warboy Studios, because this is just the first of many things to come that you will not hear on mainstream media. So again, this is significant as fuck. Make sure you turn into this later. Wait, did I cuss? Was I supposed to fucking cuss? It's a fucking family show, isn't it, Rob?
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, fuck.
Not even close. Not even close. So yeah, if you guys want, if you want to join the conversation, go to your respective Play stores, either the Play Store, the Apple or Android, download Chatter and come on over to the Critical Mass group, and you will see us. You'll see Patriot Rob. I'm streaming now. We got a few people in the room, and the people on Chatter. If you guys, I'm sure everybody there is already shared. Hi, Shell.
Hi, hon. How's it going?
It's going good. Barry, you can hear her, right?
I can. Is this Shell that used to do the spaces with Moni? Like when I was in the halfway house, or is this a different Shell?
This is the Shell that does the Colonel Rob Mena show.
Okay.
And Shell Shocked on Thursday night, and she's just one of the premier
Grunt
space
Style.
hosts. Grunt Style on Wednesday.
Red YouTube, Washington Report.
I don't know. Okay. Sounds just like her. Her name was Shelly too, I think.
And then we have Leah
It's
over
just
there.
Shell.
Hi, Leah. Leah is one of the who works for Chatter, and she's in here supporting the show.
Oh, she works for Chatter. Like, is this going to be one of those lefty things where they kick us off one day?
No. Leah's hard on our side, bro. Trust me.
She's here. That's why I'm shocked. Okay, I just assume any social media platform is going to ban me because I don't have blue hair and a rainbow tattoo on my face.
I'll tell you this. About a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I was in a space. So the guy that created Chatter, his name's Nelson Apega. He was doing spaces, and he was a huge space host. He came over from like Clubhouse, and they pulled me in there one night because we were talking about J6ers, and I didn't even know what Chatter was. I mean, I didn't even know what spaces were at the time. And he calls me afterwards, him and a couple other people. They were like, dude, listen, we're working on this app called Chatter, and I want you to be like here at ground zero with us, because what you just said was fucking fire. And I was like, all right, cool. All right, whatever. So I've been on the platform since it launched, and I've been trying to, get people over. They have a lot of the psychotic lefties. Like, they make Patty look like a conservative.
He almost is.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
He almost is. I would. Yeah, Patty's like a bad example, and that's a good thing, but that's a compliment.
So there's a lot of like newsrooms that are going on, and it's all like psychotically left and slanted.
Nice.
And people like us can't get a word in edgewise without us getting called white trailer trash by Temu Jasmine Crockett. And then when you say something like that, they go back in the back channels like, there's a white guy talking about a black woman like that. We allowing this shit? And Nelson said to me one thing and one thing only, which again, just like Enrique did, he said, Rob, you can say and do whatever the fuck you want as long as there's no pornography or nudity. He goes, you just be fucking you. And anybody says that to me, I'm going to support them, and I'm going to support whatever it is that they do.
All right. Well, that's awesome. I'm always a skeptical, though.
No, dude, I have said some pretty fucking wild shit on this app, and I've never been kicked off.
That's the thing. I'm the diet one of everybody. I try to like not say the fucking F-bombs and the fucking hard R's and the, I don't want to do that, but I still get fucking banned.
Yeah. Now these guys are true free speech. Nelson is all about it. Same thing with Leah. So
right, well, I'm making a fucking Chatter app.
Make a Chatter
account. Okay, fine. Let's do it. Sold.
All right. So what do we got in the news today, guy, other than Epstein?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's really upset about that.
Yeah, and we have every right to be.
Yeah, I get it. I'm looking at all these clips of Pan Bondi fucking looking at the camera and lying right to my face. I'm not too happy about it.
Uncomfortable and like that Caroline Levitt was. Listen, dude, she's from New Hampshire. I'm sure you know this by now. I voted for her when she ran for Senate. She was, I think, 22 at the time. And
yeah,
when I heard her speak, I was like, oh shit, this is who the fuck I want as my senator, dude. And I have never seen her off ever. If you watch her press conference yesterday, she literally looked like she had a spider crawling up her leg. And I've never seen her like trip on her words. And she looked like she was choking down a pile of shit.
Yeah. I don't blame her. I think, you know, we've put her in the Jean Cream Pierre, whatever that mushroom fucking head thing. We put her in that position. She has to show up and lie, and she knows she's lying. And unlike KGP or whatever the fuck, she has a conscience. She has, you know, she has a soul and moral fabric to her. And I don't think she's very happy with having to look people in the eye and lie. And that's essentially what she's doing. So
in scripture, there's, depending on what you read, you have either Moroni or the Metatron. That's the voice of God, because human beings could never survive hearing the voice of God. The press secretary is the voice of the president. Not anybody else. She's not the voice of the Senate. Yes, it's the executive, I know, but she's not the voice of anybody else. She's not the voice of the vice president either. She is the voice of the president. When the president is not speaking, what she says is the voice of the president. And the fact that Trump hasn't come out and said anything about this, the fact that Caroline Levitt looked the way she did, Dan Bongino, you saw the interview with him and Kash Patel. Did you see his facial expressions during that?
Yeah.
He literally looked like he was getting a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I feel bad for her, because I do think she's gonna get tied into the whole, if this is the end of it, you know, a lot of people are going to be very, very unhappy, and I will be one of those people. So it sucks, because I do think she's a phenomenal press secretary, you know, to put just
one of the best.
I mean, I wake up every time I see her, I have to look at myself in the mirror and go, bro, this chick is like 25 years old. What the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, you know what I mean? She's done more by the time she's half your age than you've accomplished like tenfold. And, you know, yeah, okay, I went to prison for January 6th. That's pretty cool. But other than that, I haven't done shit. And, you know, I mean, this woman she's an extremely accomplished human being, extremely successful. And I hate to see her, it's so young, have to, you know, even remotely get tied into this blatant fucking lie once again.
I wouldn't be surprised if she resigned. I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
I would tell you everything you would need to know. I you know, it's like I wonder if we should like rally people at the Capitol and, you know, demand some kind of justice. But I think I've kind of those days for me are over.
Yeah, that's enemy territory, to the point that unless you really are going to do something, don't even bother.
Yeah, if we go back there, you'll have Mike Fanone self-deploy from his little cabin in West Virginia and trip and fall in front of us, and we'll go back for attempted murder. Yeah, what a puss. Mike, if you're watching, I love you, babe.
You're a bitch.
Pussy.
And Enrique punked you out. You had to run into it. You had to run into that elevator, you pussy. Fucking tough guy.
I think him and Harry Dunn are dating.
I can't believe what they did. I have PTSD now. Shut the fuck up.
They should make like a Brokeback Mountain, like DC cop version of Mike Fanone and Harry Dunn. And they can break like racial barriers, you know, something DC's really into, and have, you know, just this magnificent love story of those two fucking queers. You know, that would be awesome.
Dude, we this is going to have ramifications in 2026. You do realize this, right?
What, this podcast?
No, not. Yeah. Okay.
Well, shit, this escalated quickly.
Yeah. No. It's going to be. No. I'm talking about this
In
episode.
2026, America comes to its end because of one podcast in 2025. Sounds about
I
right.
can only wish, though, dude. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can only wish. No. This is going to be bad.
Yeah, this is not going to go. This is not a point strike towards my theory that we're going to actually win the midterms. Now, when it comes to situations like this and with Iran, I will say that don't take our eye off the ball until it's complete. It's not. But this is wide. Both these situations are wide open. I do feel that Trump's going to pull ahead on Iran, but it is far from over. And anyone that thinks this Iran shit is over is fucking stupid. But I will say that there's still a chance that he could fix this. That something could happen. So I'm not going to say it's not. But this is not looking good at all.
Barry, when you have the press secretary, the attorney general, the DOJ, which obviously the attorney general is an extension of the DOJ, and the FBI all coming out at the same time saying, that's it, case closed. Where does it go from there? If the FBI is not investigating it, if the DOJ is not investigating it,
I hear you. I think Trump is playing 5D chess. I know there's probably a lot of people hearing me doing that right there that you're doing right now. And that's fine. I'll fucking eat it. I will be the first to come on here to the 3 people that are watching right now that give a half a shit about my opinion.
400 people and all the people in chatter that are watching.
No, I just meant the 3 that give a fuck about what my opinion is. They're like, "Hi, Mom. I know you're watching." I'll say this. I'll eat crow, but I do think that they're up to something, and I don't. This could. I don't know. Knowing Trump the way we do and what he's shown himself, this could be a way to fire fucking Bondi. This could be a way that, to show other people are involved.
Well, he'd have to fire Patel and Bongino too.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some other people involved that thought they were the investigators. You never know with this fucking guy. I have doubted this man one too many times to be wrong to continue to take the bait. Now, again, I will never be one of those fucking people that put a politician, no matter who it is, even President Trump, who I have the utmost respect for, any elected official that is in office, I will never, ever not judge them and critique every fucking move they do. Okay. And I'm never going to advocate for falling asleep at the wheel on any elected official. You scrutinize every fucking thing they do. Okay.
Absolutely.
But I call balls and strikes. The Donald Trump has done, as far as juxtaposing him next to any politician ever in my time since I've been alive, no one has ever come close to being this honest as he has been. So I'm going to give him a chance. If we're getting past the midterms and we haven't seen anything, okay, yeah, we were fucking lied to again. And I know, whatever. And then the 3 people that give a shit about what I think, I'll go apologize to them. Love you, Mom.
All right. So the people in chatter, thank you guys for joining us today. If you have anything you want to contribute, any questions you have for either Barry or I, this is a different type of chatter room since we're doing a live podcast. This is actually being streamed out on Rumble, X Live, YouTube, pretty much everywhere. Waiting for the YouTube to get canceled because of the shit that we say. But if
Rob has a potty mouth, and I think that was just proven because what was that toilet flush? Are we going to just act like there wasn't just a toilet flush in the background?
I have no idea, dude. That's not me. I'm not sitting on a toilet unless I got guitars hanging in my bathroom, dude.
I was going to say, where is the toilet? Somebody flushed the toilet.
I think it was on your end.
There's no toilet in my studio.
If you guys have any questions or anything, please put your hand up. And we have 2 great moderators, Shell and Lee, up there. They will, when the time comes, I'll have them call on you, and you can join the show. And do we actually, Shell and Leah, do we have anybody right now?
People
Yeah.
are here, but I don't see any questions.
Say that again, Leah.
I said people are here, but I don't see any questions.
We don't see anybody with their hands
Yeah,
up?
Chaz has his hand up.
Okay, Chaz, go ahead, man.
Well,
Welcome to the
Shell's better
show.
than me. Listen to Shell.
Okay. Chaz, welcome to the show, bro. Good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a mic. Or it was a weird symbol with a Wi-Fi thing with an exclamation point. I don't know what that means.
It just means you're not at you're like full strength on your Wi-Fi. The app is telling you that you need to move closer. Yes, Miss G,
I
we
have
are all
full
in the
bars
chat.
on my Wi-Fi.
Okay, well we can hear you fine.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. I don't know. I guess, since one of the people involved with chatter is here, maybe they should know about that. But anyway, the Iran-Israel thing. I did live in Israel for 3 years. I got citizenship there to do that, to be with family. My dad's still there in a nursing home. I don't want war with Iran. And I just hope what Trump is doing, makes it so there's no shots fired because, that there's been like a little bit of a skirmish back and forth lately.
Yeah, none of us want to see ground war over there, and I think that the people that jumped on us getting into a full scale war over Trump bombing it, I think they didn't stop and wait the 72 hours that you're supposed to wait for something like this, and then I think his condemnation of Israel and Iran at the same time was the nuclear bomb that needed to be said to the people across the country who feel the same way we all do, that the Israeli government is not altruistic in the things that they want to do. Same thing with Iran, that they're both being fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I have criticisms of the Israeli government, even though I'm Israeli. Like, there's Americans who criticize the American government as well.
Thanks, Chaz.
Yeah, thanks, Chaz. What do you got, Barry? What do you got to say on this subject?
No, I mean, I'd like to just reiterate what he said. It's very important. It is okay to love where you're from and not like the people in charge. The people have got to learn to separate the two when it comes to Israel, because they do a very fine job here. They criticize the American government, and then they love the people that they elect on each side of the spectrum. It's okay to be a patriotic individual, whether you're Israeli or an American, and not be okay with the people and decisions that your government is making. I do not want to see a war break out. I do not want to see boots on the ground, especially American or anybody. I don't want to see it happen at all. If there is a chance that the Iranian people can step up and take control of their own government, which is something we know they thirst to do. We've seen them make attempts in the last 20 years, only to be violently squashed out by the government. If we have an opportunity to see that happen, I say that'd be great. Outside of that, if it escalates 1.1 degree above that, their own people taking back their country, and America's involved, or even Israel's involved, I don't see it being a very good thing, especially as minuscule as this is, especially for Donald Trump's winning the midterms, his administration. So it's waters lightly that we're going to be treading, but it's worth watching. But I really hope it doesn't escalate. And if it doesn't, and Donald Trump does good, I'd like to hear a lot of people that were criticizing him, say something differently.
Take the fucking L.
Yeah, but it's still I cannot risk. I don't want to sit there and call this too early and ever discourage anybody from criticizing the administration. That's the people's job. So they should do that. They should be worried and concerned and voice those worries and concern at all times.
Agreed. I don't think this is gonna. I don't think it'll actually go well for Trump if we end up having boots on the ground. This is, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, Shell, go ahead.
You got Ultra over here with a hand up, and then you've got Reno. So,
oh boy,
roll with it how you will.
Either one of these two is going to make this fucking podcast blow up. I don't know. Flip a coin. Heads, it's hair pie. Tails, it's balls across the nose.
Ultra, because he has my number and will press me if I don't pick him first.
Ultra, go ahead, bro.
I wasn't actually going to talk, but Leah kept throwing mics at me, and you know me as a homosexualist, I do not back down from long cylindrical objects with a fat head coming at my face. So I'm going to use my time to say, Rob, you magnificently ignorant, racist, transgender sluts. Stop producing German scatological porn for 5 seconds and go check your ex. I give you multiple examples of people mocking the deaths of those children in Texas.
You really want me to get fired up and start screaming at people today, don't you, dude? Reno, go ahead. I can't wait for this one.
Hey, Reno, I just want to let you know real quick, you son of a bitch. All right, my shirt was an antagonistic ploy at the FBI. If you're not able to see that and respect my troll level game, you keep your whore mouth shut. You understand me, sir?
Oh, no, it's on.
Listen. My question is, how fucking far are you going to keep moving the goalposts, Barry? I love you to death.
And what subject? I assume you're talking about Iran?
Trump.
No, I'm talking about Trump.
For what? In what sense?
Are you going to keep moving? Okay. Well. If he doesn't say anything, then you know, I won't do it. So then he doesn't say anything, and they're like, okay, well, if he doesn't do anything, then I'll be mad.
Well, where do I fit in that? Because I never really declared where my goalpost was in order to move it, unless I'm mistaken. Inform me what did I declare? Like if Trump doesn't do this or that I wouldn't back him, or
it's still, if you don't see that he is bought and paid for just like the DOJ and everybody in that government, then I don't know what to tell you. I know you.
I hear you. I hear you. I think there's still. I think you might be right, and at the same time, it's also true that this guy is focused on legacy at this point, and he's not. I think he's very committed to dropping a theoretical bomb and fucking shit up in a good way. And I think that there's still time for him to do that. Is it looking pretty bad? Yeah. But I do have hopes that he's going to drop a bomb, man. A theoretical bomb. Not a real bomb.
And so here we go with he's thinking of legacy. So your legacy is going to be that you drop the case of the most prolific child sex trafficker and pedophile
in the history of this country.
In history.
If he drops it, yeah, that's a bad legacy. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think that's what's going to be done. This is just my opinion. Like I geniusly pointed out earlier, the 3 people that are watching that give a fuck what my opinion is, probably, agree, but I don't really, that's just my opinion. I'm not one of these QAnon fucking people. Anyone that knows me knows this. I just think that Trump is up to something because he has a bone to pick. These people tried to kill him. He didn't stop, and he's got something to prove. And this is there's something there. This is a very dangerous and serious, convoluted game they're all playing. But yes, I will agree. If something isn't done in this department, I'll never forget it, and I'll go with you. I'll say yes, 100%. He succumbed to the bribery in the spider webs that these evil fuckers weave behind closed doors. But I'm not ready to go there yet. It's not that I'm moving the goalpost. I'm just blatantly say I'm not on board there with Trump. But if this does not fix it, if you think that if he does not expose that list in the short time, then yeah, I'm full board with you. Then fuck the guy. But am I there yet? No, far from it. No goalposts to move. I'm still far from it.
So Reno,
I got to get back to work.
I was going to offer you a different
Patriotic merch 1776.shop.
And I'm sending you one of these shirts, Reno, and you're going to fucking wear it too. He hung up on me. Did he hang up on me?
No, he's still there.
Motherfucker. I love that guy. He's a good dude.
I'll cover it.
Oh, he's still there? He wasn't supposed to hear that. Fuck that guy.
No, I'll wear it.
Okay.
On the river as we cuddle.
All right.
Under the stars.
Dibs on Big Spoon. Dibs on Big Spoon.
Barry's such a giver.
Yeah.
Listen, I think my alternate theory to this, because I want to believe in the guy that I fought so hard for the last 10 years, who he is as a person. Like I grew up in New York, dude. Like our soap opera, our real life soap opera was Donald Trump.
Sure.
Like in every single National Enquirer, every single local TV, it was just Donald Trump all the time. His women, the things that he's building. Like we grew up around him. I knew who I was voting for in 2000 when I decided to vote for him in 2015. And I want him to be that same person now. But I truly believe, and I say this coming from my entire life dealing with ballistics and the Second Amendment and the whole 9 yards, there's, first of all, no way that kid took that shot at him. There's no way and I said this, and there are people that are in this room right now that were in the space after he got shot, when they were showing the pictures of the Secret Service sniper, that Night Force scope. And I said it, you could see a gnat on a fly's ass on the fucking moon with that thing. There's no way that he didn't see through that scope that dude at 127 yards away. There's no fucking way in hell he didn't.
I agree. This was a complete inside job, at least to the extent that there was people there on the inside that allowed this to happen.
And he wasn't supposed to survive that, dude. That I do believe it was an act of God. He was not supposed to survive that. There's no way you could time that perfectly. There's no way you can do that. Then plenty of gun tubers have tried. You can't do it.
And that's why, Rob, right there. Okay. I don't really care who's religious and who's not, but that's why right there, I'm not willing to give up on Trump's administration, because if God felt the need to intervene in our affairs and turn his head that day, there is a greater cause. There's something bigger than Donald Trump, his administration, this country. And I do think that is not completed yet. And whatever that may be, and I don't feel that God is going to leave us now. I know there's some people like, oh yeah, fuck this shit. Well, fuck you, you atheist puss. I don't really care what you think. My thoughts are God intervened that day, and we're not done yet.
Well, then the rest of this is going to really fucking scramble your noodle.
It's hard to scramble what is already scrambled.
Yeah, I gotcha. But the same people that did that had a hand in that.
Mm-hmm.
It goes all the way back to killing JFK.
Sure.
And those are the same people that don't want the list out. And he's not thinking, at what, 78 years old? He doesn't give a shit about his life.
Right.
Cares about kids. And if they're using Barron and Eric and Junior, he's got to think about them. And I honestly believe that they got to him.
And that may be true, but what if he knew they'd get to him and he has them surrounded and some shit shit hits the fan and
The reality of the
people don't
situation.
wake up. I get it. Yo, it sounds
The
far
reality of the
fetched. You know, I'm not
situation
into
is-
that QAnon crazy SEAL Team 6 and it's going to save the day. You know, Trump's running
in a
the
bunker
country
somewhere.
from an underground bunker in Dubai. You know, I'm not with that
No.
shit.
No,
but I think we might be sorely mistaken if we doubt him. We count him out, count him down and out. Just
there are the
and I'm
problem.
willing to count him down and out if that's the case. I'm willing to do it.
The problem is that there's more people that are more powerful than him in the DC swamp.
You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. A lot more people, but I'll tell you this right now, Rob, you're never going to hear me say, I hate to tell you, I told you so. I fucking love it. So let's roll those dice,
No,
baby.
man,
Let's see what happens.
In situations like this,
And I'm good admitting I'm wrong. I can admit that I'm wrong. I sometimes I'll refuse to apologize for it. Don't mean I'll admit that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I in situations like this, I want to be wrong. I will happily take the L and be like, okay, you know what, man the fuck up and say I was 100% wrong. But I rarely have been.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm wrong a lot, so I'm already got that working against me. So what's going on with this New York mayor guy, Rob? How do you see this working out? You like you said, you're from New York. You care.
I care because my family's there and people that I love and I care about are there that aren't family. Well, I don't know. I guess Miss G is at this point fucking family.
I dug into it. This guy could actually win. This isn't a far-fetched fucking thing.
Dude, you see all the celebrities coming out for him?
Of course.
This guy wants white people to pay more in taxes than the rest of the city. He said this. He wants government-run supermarkets.
Well, let's run. You know, there's another great test I think is a blessing in disguise. Let's run that fucking test. Let's get all the white people out of New York and see how long it stands up.
Yeah, it's not gonna be long. Watch all the corporations just move the fuck out, dude. They're gonna leave these buildings in droves. I was talking to somebody that's in the banking business, and the amount of abandoned commercial structures is unlike anything they've ever seen.
Yeah, you're going to have the whole city burned to the ground because of electrical fires because nobody was left to fix an electrical issue.
Yep. So on this, I already know Miss G's got her hand up, and you're going to hear a total New York City Italian accent in about 10 seconds. Go ahead, Miss G.
Good morning, Rob, and to whoever your guest is. I'm not familiar with
Barry.
him.
It's not Patty. It's Barry.
The feedback is throwing me off, by the way.
This is Joe Rogan.
Yeah, okay. Anywho, all this feedback
All
I
right, it
can't
should be
do,
fine.
Rob. It's driving me nuts.
Listen, it should be fine now. We don't hear it anymore. It's good. Go ahead.
I do.
Oh, well, nobody else is hearing it.
I don't hear it.
On your end.
No, there is an echo coming from the room.
There is.
Vafangul.
Echo.
Yeah, I don't. We actually don't hear it here for some reason.
Switch yourself off Wi-Fi.
Who, me?
Sometimes that happens with me when the Wi-Fi is on.
Barry, can you hear them?
Yeah, I hear them just fine. My
you-
sound sounds really
guys-
good. I don't know.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
First of all the white people ain't leaving. Okay. Some white people, the transplanted white, came in and gentrified. They're looking for this. This is their people. We're all indoctrinated, retarded. Can I say that here?
You can say whatever you want, G. But your services, you're rugging really bad.
Yeah, she's rugging. Don't turn your Wi-Fi off, G.
Governor did. So that continues to do. So the mass exodus since COVID will continue of businesses and residents. And what's going to happen is when he doesn't have the money or can't legislate his utopian dream that he's
Alrighty. Rob, you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm muted.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can mute.
All right. It's got to be her connection. That's a really bad connection because we're coming in just clear.
It's the room. It's okay. If you just mute your mic, Rock, when they're speaking, it won't echo for us.
Go ahead and let's quickly do a test on this. I'm going to mute my mic.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Not you. One of us. Are you muted, guest speaker there?
Who me? My mic. Yeah, my mic won't pick anything up. I'm gonna
Testing if you were muted.
Now
Let's try this again with both on the podcast muted, because now I don't hear an echo. Does anyone?
Barry, can you hear?
Yes, I hear everything.
No, you're good.
The white elites, whoever's Rob, you need to mute up. The white elites in Upper Manhattan and other areas. It goes the echo again. Who's unmuted you two?
It's just the way it's going through the board, G. And if you can just deal with it for now, I'm going to keep working on it so that it sounds better the next time we do it. It has to do with Chatter Studio, the app, the board, and
Okay, I'll make this quick because I got to take care of the baby here. The white elites and those who transplanted here don't care. This is what they want. It's either they're good with it or they're not going to be affected by it.
You got that, Barry?
I didn't. I had no idea what. Half of that was muted. The other half wasn't coming in. I don't.
He's like, she lives in Staten Island, and this guy wants to tax them higher. Those people are going to leave, and when he tries to enact his utopia, he's going to find out. He's going to fuck around and find out. Is the TLDR?
I mean, it's. I do agree with the notion that there are not New Yorkers are not this category that recently they've been lumped into, especially on the right, of being these like super far left progressive, Antifa-y type of, street punks. There's a lot of really hardcore blue collar conservatives in New York. There, for sure. So this is not a stab at New York. There are a lot of tough, staunch Americans in New York. Overall, I'm sick of fucking hearing about, they're going to cross the line and they're going to fuck around and find out. That line has been crossed a long time ago. And I just, over time and time again, the complacency of Americans in a whole is becoming sickening and almost, almost a cliche and an expectant. There's a level of expectancy there just because people don't do shit. Our elected officials shit on us constantly, time and time again. And here we have a guy who is telling you, he's campaigning that he is in multiple different ways and fashion going to disintegrate the Constitution, at least in the city of New York. And you know this because he has not made a solidified declaration against Sharia law. He's been asked to denounce Sharia law time and time again. Yes, we have the First Amendment. Yes, you have the right to practice your religion and believe what you want to believe. But make no mistake about it, the law of the land here is the Constitution. It's not biblical law. And if we had somebody trying to run an office and promote biblical law where they stone people or do those horrendous things, we would have a problem with that. Okay, this guy won't denounce Sharia law. He is saying that he would subside with Sharia law versus the Constitution. Okay, there should never be an American that has an issue with saying that I denounce a certain type of law over the Constitution. And that's essentially what this guy is doing. So it's something to really consider that New Yorkers are choosing. They're choosing this path. This guy who is openly saying, I'm going to fuck you in the Constitution and I'm going to do it while being your mayor. And still Americans are voting, majority white Americans. That's who's voting for this guy. Overprivileged white Americans not affected by the socialistic flirtations they've been doing with their elected officials in New York for quite some time now. They're not affected by it. So it's really something to be said. And I don't know, what it's going to take for people to realize this is fucked up, other than putting it on full display. Let this fucking Muslim fucking shitbag that does not love this country. Let's put them on. Let's let them have their socialist fucking utopia. I mean, I love the Statue of Liberty. I love the meaning behind her. But let's be honest, the Statue of Liberty is fucking pregnant on her like 7th baby from her 5th baby daddy that we know of, high on fentanyl with fucking face tattoos, thinking about, damn, she should move to Florida to go post up in the Gulf of America. And I wouldn't fucking blame her. But New York's a great city, but we can't fucking save it, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and have your socialist utopia. And so we can all laugh and eat our fucking, our Puff Daddy baby oil encrusted fucking popcorn and watch the shit show as you crumble to your fucking demise. You voted for it.
It just sucks for the people that are like us that are there.
Yeah,
but
it does. It does. And there's a lot of them.
You know what? No, I'm sorry. If you think about it, dude, it doesn't suck. They're going to move to greener pastures, and then they're going to realize what they've been missing their whole entire lives by trying to fight for a city that doesn't give a fuck about them. That's why I moved out of Mass.
Yeah.
Well, New York.
If you love this country, you stand for that anthem and you vote to make this country great and keep this country great. Florida welcomes you with open fucking arms. I'll tell you that much.
So does New Hampshire, Miss G. Yeah, dude, this dude is unfortunately New York is I see him winning, dude. I don't see how there's the person who should be the mayor of New York City is Curtis Sliwa.
Yeah, I mean I like the guy, I personally. I'll tell you right now what should happen, but it never would. The RNC should rally around Curtis, or if their numbers just can't be there, rally around Eric Adams. You don't let the socialist Muslim win. But that doesn't negate the fact that if majority of New Yorkers wanted this individual, let them have what they fucking want. I know it's easy for me to say because I live in this beautiful state of Florida and my history and my family history is not from New York. It's easy for me to say. So, it's sad for somebody that loves that city and grew up there and had their family, their whole family history is from that city. That's, I can't imagine what that feels like. But let's face it, the city's gone. We're not fixing San Francisco. We're not fixing New York. We're not fixing LA. These cities will not be fixed. Too many years of Democrat policy have destroyed these cities. I mean, Portland, Oregon, another example, it was a great city. Seattle, Washington was one of my favorite cities at one point, and just as early as 2006 and 7, it was a decent city. And just that much, that little bit of time with the Democrats in control, and you watched metropolises such as those crumble like the Roman Empire, just fucking fall. And I mean, there's enough. That was just flirting with socialist policy. That was just flirting with it.
Trying to catch up on the news here, Barry, because
well, if you want to do that, just take that thing and throw it in the trash and start from there.
Yeah, they're Beard Vet is showing a conference a conference with Trump, Rubio, and Bondi.
Okay, well, all right.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest.
Yeah, sure.
Could I just interrupt for a second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. I can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
All right, people, you know what? You heard it from Trump's mouth. Why are we still talking about Epstein? There's more important shit to do. He's in on it.
Yeah, it didn't sound good at all.
You heard it from his fucking mouth, people. What more do you want? Him to come out and look at you in the face and say, nah, fuck you guys. That's basically what he said. Why the fuck are you still talking about this? I'm sure if he could have dropped an F-bomb in there, he would have. Why the fuck are you still talking about this?
Yeah, that didn't sound good at all.
Rob, you were right. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I'm not there yet. I'll let you know. We're getting there quick, though.
I don't think there's what else can he say that's going to convince you?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm giving everything, all things, even Epstein. I'm giving it until just after the midterm.
For you, Barry? Did you not hear the same thing I did?
Man, nobody gives a shit what Barry Ramey thinks, but Barry still Ramey still thinks what he thinks. I'm gonna give everything until just after the midterms, and if nothing changes after that, I'm fucking full steam. Go fuck that shit. That's just me. That's just me. That's just my opinion. This doesn't look good. I did not like hearing that. I did not like hearing that at all.
Entertain these people for a second there, Barry.
So, Reno says to move that goalpost, and my goalpost has always been clear. And there's 100 examples of me saying it because it's recorded and put on these fucking stupid social media things that we're on. My goalpost is after the midterms. I will get really upset if we haven't seen things change in that department. And honestly, one of the most important issues to me personally, as minuscule as it is the pardons of Joe Biggs, Zachary Real, Ethan Nordine, Stuart Rhodes, Kelly Meggs, Kenny Harrelson, Jessica Watkins, and Dominic Pizzola. That's really what's most important to me. I would be a lot more pissed off if after the midterms these guys did not get pardoned than I would be about some of this other shit. But this is fucked up, man. I don't like it.
Sure.
Hey, Bev, could I just interrupt for a second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
Yes,
I don't mind
we do
answering.
want to waste
I
the fucking
can't believe
time
you're
on
asking
it.
a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein.
Deflection.
Child porn is what they were.
Agreed.
Never going to be released, never going to
Agreed.
see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
What in the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to get us out of this shit show here. Let's see. I'm seeing like 5 different. Oh, there we go.
I mean, it's so easy to say that nothing's going to happen, and that, Trump's in on it and he's bought and paid for it. And this could be all true. I'm not willing to say it's not a possibility, a real possibility. But what would happen? And the stupid ass fucking kindergarten answer is, but it's not going to, is not going to suffice. What would happen in a few days, a few weeks, or a few months? A bomb was dropped, and Trump's like, here you go. Had to finagle behind the scenes, but bam, there's the list, y'all. Don't say it's not gonna happen, because crazier shit has happened in this world. But what would you do, and what would you say then? So if you want to talk about moving the goalpost, I'm just asking you a real question. What would you do if all of a sudden some shit did happen and the list was released? A lot of people are saying that,
well,
either way, I'm just raising the question.
Barry, either way, at this point, people are going to feel like they got duped. Either one way, where he said, stop talking about it. Yeah, no. Like, why didn't you just-
no, they're not gonna
I'd
think
rather them
twice.
say nothing than lie. I'd rather him just tell them, we're not talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Let people fucking.
That's fine. And you're right. But what's going to happen is this. It's going to be no different than you looking for your car keys or your cell phone or your fucking wallet. You're furious. You're looking through the fucking house. You're going ape shit. You got to leave and you need him to go. This goes on for 45 raging fucking minutes. You're tearing shit up. You're throwing laundry everywhere. And then boom, after 45 minutes of searching the fucking house, there's your car keys. There's your phone. You found it. You got it, and you fly out that door. You don't think for 2 fucking seconds about the agony you went through just searching for it. It's on to greener pastures. You're moving on. You never spent. That's how the human brain works overall. Sure, you might think about it, but overall, the general population, the public, will fucking move on and forget and say, thank you, fucking Trump. You did your job. Promises made, promises kept. I agree with you. I agree with you. That is 100% what's going to happen, because that's just unfortunately how the human brain works. And it sucks. I wish it didn't, because we would get a lot more things done in this world if we had long-term memory when it comes to being lied to and being in corruption and being fucked over from our government. I'm with you, but unfortunately we don't. People will move on. They'll have their shiny object and they'll keep fucking walking.
I disagree with you on that one, bro. Like, you're not this, but there are some people out there that Trump could come out and beat a baby to death with a fucking baseball bat, and they would find an excuse.
If he used a wooden spoon, maybe I'd be okay with that. If it was a really bad baby,
right?
If it was like a really bad baby, like what if the baby just sucked ass and it just No, I'm just joking. No, I get you. Unfortunately, you're right. You can never be that way with a politician. And while I do have a high regard for President Trump, I'll be the first to say it. I have a great amount of respect and admiration. If this Iran thing goes south, if this Epstein files after the midterms for me is just swept under the rug,
you really want to wait another 15 fucking months?
Yes, that's me personally. Yes, that's fine. That's me. That's fine. Then I guess I'm a Fed Rhino Republican is whatever all the people will say. That's fine. I don't give a shit. I served 3 fucking years of federal prison. I don't have to prove who the fuck I am. It's all on federal file on pacer.com. But I do agree. We cannot put politicians on pedestal, and Trump is on that with a lot of people. I am not one. I know there's a lot of people that'll disagree, because I do have a high amount of respect and faith in him. But after what I just saw, does it look like I'm going to have to be accepting a reality that I don't want to accept? Yeah, it does look that way.
And the other theory is this: he's keeping this in his back pocket because he knows there are a good swath of people, especially with this big, beautiful bill, that are their loyalty is waning, and he's going to wait to see what the polls are like coming into 2026, and then he drops the fucking Epstein files. So
don't put something like that past him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but if that happens, honestly, fuck him, dude. At that point, really. Yeah. You're doing it for fucking votes when not.
No, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be at all. He would be doing that to advance his agenda in a very convoluted, fucked up process that he did not create, that he's forced to play in. It's not the system that I want, but it's the system we have.
Shell, go ahead.
You have a hand up, Trish.
Hey, Trish.
Hey, guys. Listen, oh gosh, Patriot Robbie, turn off your mic, please.
If I turn off the mic, Barry can't hear you.
Oh, I see. Okay, anyways, let me say that besides everything that's going on, the most important thing is New York City. Because I watched a 2-hour video on Tommy Robinson. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Yes.
Tommy Robinson. Yeah. So that's what's coming to America. If New Yorkers vote for Mamdani for mayor, I'm telling you, hell will come over this country. These are jihadists that are trying to turn America into a Muslim country, okay? Look at what's happening in England. They're not telling us on the news that every town and city in England is now occupied by these jihadists. And because of political correctness, the police is allowing these jihadists to freaking take these kids, teenagers, and drug them with cocaine, gang rape them, and guess who they put in jail? The kid, the teenager, blaming her that she put herself in that position. I am telling you, this is so dangerous right now, what's going to happen in New York. I think that Trump is probably going to take this guy out. I don't know how, but I don't think he's going to let it happen. I rest.
I hope that you're 100% right. And as far as what you just said about this being seriously dangerous, you are 100% right. And I'll tell you right now, I don't have the answer going forward, because you're going to hear me say 100 times that we don't have a politician problem in this country. We have a people problem. The politicians you see, these Schumers, these AOCs, these Ilhan Omars, they represent the people in their fucking district, whether we like it or not. And that's where the issue lies. I don't know how to fix it, but I will say, Trish, the beginning step to fixing it is what you just did, and that's get angry. You have to get angry. You have to be upset. You have to be passionate, and you have to say, I don't fucking like this. I don't care if you call me Islamophobia or whatever fucking phobic crap or racist bigot shit you want to call me. I don't give a fuck about that. I am not okay with this. And you have every right to be angry. But until we get angry collectively as people, not just as New Yorkers, but as Americans, not just as Republicans, but as citizens of this country, until we say, no, we're not doing this, we are speed barreling towards what's happening in Ireland. We are speed barreling towards what's happening in fucking London. It is happening fast, and it is happening quick, and it's happening right in front of us. But until we, the people, do what you just did, which is get angry, nothing is going to fucking change. I can tell you that much.
Absolute facts, brother. Absolute facts.
Look who is here.
Oh, is it? I can't see who's here because I got
Enrique. Are you ready? Thumbs up. All right, I'm going to add you to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. The black face of white supremacy, Stuart Rhodes.
I was actually thinking about wearing an eye patch when we went to go do the chicken thing.
Hey, did you catch when I came on? I went to pick my cell phone up today. They told me that you were just there in Miramar, the FBI.
Oh yeah, no.
Pick up your shit.
I clocked out last night.
You clocked out. Yeah, so I went to go pick up my phone, and this is what I wore. This is the shirt I wore. So they had to give me my phone back with Trump's mugshot. So what's going on, man? How you doing today? What you got going on?
I was there back in like fucking March or end of February.
Yeah. Well, they according to them, it was a few weeks ago. So either you're lying or they're lying. I don't know who to trust in that one.
I mean, we know who lies here.
Yeah. I mean, the guys that tried to say I threatened them and give me an extra charge, it never occurred. I should probably trust them.
Yeah, they gave me back my MacBook, which was all fucked up. By the way, it doesn't turn on. You have to keep it on the charger. So I did something to it. They gave me back 6 phones. 3 of them were taken apart. I'll show you when you're in the studio next. I'll show you, Barry. They're all in like little tiny pieces, and then the processor or the like memory of it is in like this little plastic container.
Nice.
So they just take the memory out of it, and go through it that way.
Wonderful. Yeah, they handed me my phone back wrapped in tinfoil. Why would they do that? Like tightly wrapped in tinfoil.
Oh, you should take it to a forensics lab.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. I mean,
my girl won't let it come in the house. She don't want the phone in the house.
Yeah.
She thinks it's going to turn into like Voltron and take over every electronic device we have and plant something on it. And you know what? She might be right.
I actually have all those phones sitting in a Faraday bag.
Yeah, we have one in the garage. It's in my car. I'm going to stick it in there till we find the right forensics place to take it to. Going to work on that now.
They were when I went, they were trying to be super nice, and I was super fucking like coy with them. And right before I left, I asked them why they're not fired yet. Wait, you know, you never know if those. For the most part, I think the FBI should be dismantled.
I do. I do.
But you know, maybe these guys were one of the good guys or whatever. I doubt it. But I didn't give a fuck. I was like, "Fuck, dude, you should be just fired." Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you took an oath, and when they were sending SWAT teams at grannies and people that they knew were not dangerous, they knew did not meet their protocols and their bylaws for what it took to use those systems that they had. They knew what they were doing was overreach and wrong, and they chose to go through it. So as cliche as it sounds, when they're like, "Oh, I was just following orders," as cliche as you know who else was following orders? The Nazis. As cliche as that is, it's a fucking fact in their case. So,
and he's there he is.
Oh, there he goes. All right, so you're driving around looking to what range-minded podcast. You are 100% right. Trump is not the savior. No man is the savior. We cannot vote our way out of the issues that we are in as a country. So I do not believe Trump is the savior at all. The only reason I support Trump the way I do is because of his support for this country and putting it first. Especially on an economic scale and with NATO. But you're right. No man is the savior of this country.
Yeah, I made a post yesterday about Pam Bondi. And I've been getting mixed reactions on a post that I made after that. Where, and I've said this a million times. I said it at the speech. I say it on almost every show. My loyalty does lie with the president. It does not lie with his appointees or nominees, period. And I understand and I completely get why people have an issue with the president at this time. It's not like I don't, but also understand the special circumstance in my situation where, what loyalty do I have to what system? What's the system that put me in prison for 22 years? How's it going? The system that put me in prison for 22 years, which one? Can I get a pack of Marlboro Reds, please? Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm at the gas station.
Bro, did you hear what Trump said about Epstein today?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
The press conference? Okay.
I saw it. Hold on. Ready? Hold on, I gotta pay with my phone. All this new stuff.
Real professional here at the War Boy Studios. This is how we roll.
Miss G's got her hand up too, bro.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Thank you.
G, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh.
No, go.
G, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna, I like what Trish said, and I kind of agree because thanks to Shell, I got to speak with Tommy directly, and I'm forever grateful for that. I've been following him for over 10 years. I'm well aware of what could come here. The conversation of jihadists here in New York, and that's what's going to be, only hurts the message of what is really the danger. If you think I'm worried that someone's going to tell me I'm going to be wearing a burqa, yeah, that's not a thing. It just isn't. And that kind of rhetoric loses the plot and the message. So when you talk like that, please understand, I'm here my entire life, 60 years deep, almost. And I am not worried. Is it potentially in the future for this country? Absolutely, if we don't do anything about it. But how many that are out there squawking about New York City actually know how many DSA members are in your local political seats? So I would ask kindly, those who want to talk about New York City, refrain from the hyperbolic, oh my God, got a jihadist coming in and he's going to wreck the entire country. It's bigger than that. And if you want me to go on, just let me know. I will.
I got a question. Were you talking about, when you said Tommy, were you talking about Tommy Robinson?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And he was 100% right back when he started saying it. You know, his country is inundated with migrants. Now, even their liberal parties are kind of pushing back against it, but we all know that it's all fake and gay. They're not trying to really push back against it. But you know, we do see it. We do see it happening here, and it comes at a slow drip. Obviously, I'm Cuban, and you know, communism came with the snap of a finger in Cuba.
So will the rest of the country. But right now, calling him a jihadist is not going to help in the scope of things. He is a socialist communist. There are plenty of them. All the DSA members, the outright, I mean, they have accounts here on X. They let you know who they are. They are coordinated, they are well funded, and they are energized in their movement, unlike us. So that is how you get the attention of people without the hyperbole. That's the message you hit them with first. Let them know they're trying to be Robin Hood in the wrong ways.
They're trying to be Robin Hood, but they're a bunch of men in tights.
Or men in inflatable chicken suits, you know, one or the other.
Rob, check
Yeah.
your text.
Okay.
All right, I'm getting here to the studio. I'm going to start recording shortly. Please remember to tune in. Patty's show is at 7 p.m. today. It has a run time of about 30 minutes, give or take. And right at 8 o'clock after Patty's show, we will be running the exclusive long-form interview with Shane Lamons. The exclusive sit-down interview with Shane Lamons. And I think it's going to be really good. I already put the questions together, so I'll get back on the stream in a little bit. I gotta run.
All righty.
Yeah, we got anything more, or you want to call it, Barry?
I think that's it. I do agree with what G said. That is the way to get the masses of people to realize the issues that a candidate like this brings to the table. On a national scale, she's 100% right. But the issues as far as him and what he implements when he's on camera multiple times refusing to denounce Sharia law, that is him saying that I put that above the Constitution. And when we see what's going on in Texas, where in the middle of the night, Republicans signed off on a city plan to be built, this epic city, this Sharia-induced, encrusted city in Texas outside of Dallas. This is more of the same thing. This is now an individual and a mayor that will become mayor of one of America's greatest cities. And we also have in Texas now this epic city that wants to replace Sharia law. This is now spreading, and this is an issue that needs to be confronted head on, because no religious group, no matter what they are, should come here and make a case to implement Sharia law. And we have this going on. We have Ilhan Omar's in Congress, and we have to call this what it is. This is an encroachment on our Constitution and our culture, and I refuse to not let the warnings of Tommy Robinson be heard. This is not. I'm not going to sit back and not call it for what it is.
Islam is diametrically opposed and completely incompatible with Western values. And
100%.
Nobody can argue that with me.
You're not going to burqa my cowgirls, man. It's not going to happen. We're gonna have a guerrilla warfare before that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely is implemented.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming into the Lords of War podcast today here on X Live, Rumble, YouTube, and Chatter Social. If you guys don't know what Chatter is, go to your respective app stores, look it up. It's called Chatter Social, and it's going to revolutionize the way people do social audio. Man, it's actually really cool. Also, if you're interested, the 1776.shop sells amazing merch, all pro-American, Western culture gear. Definitely worth it if you're into American exceptionalism. That's the place you want to go to buy your gear. And then later on tonight, please tune in at 8:00 to Enrique's interview with Shane Lamons. And I'm going to see if I can try to make it and stream it here into Chatter too for him without all of the feedback. It is going to be a pre-recorded interview, but we'll once you guys are done watching the interview, we'll have a Q&A with me, or if Enrique wants to hang around, or Barry too. We'll see how that goes. But I'll try to work it out in the back end. And then if you're on X at 2:30, we have the Colonel Rob Maness show. I will be hosting for Shell today because Shell is out, and Colonel Rob Maness is awesome. He has an amazing show. Today's Training Tuesday, so check us out over there. And it looks like my entire day is going to be in the studio, Barry.
Oh, well, lucky you. That's, hope you got a nice back brace and lumbar support. I know I fucking need one. I need to get a new chair, man. This isn't going to work out.
Yeah, my chair is about 15 years old.
Oh, man. No.
You gotta get chair sponsors.
It turns out when you have a herniated, deteriorating L4 vertebrae, 3 years on a prison bed is not good for it.
No, I would think not.
No, it sucks. I definitely want to reiterate about how important the Shane Lamont interview with Enrique Tarrio is. This is a prime example of why underground, unprofessional, community college dropout, in my case, news, outlets are becoming a thing, because we're able to give you the no holds barred aspects of stories that the mainstream media doesn't talk about. And that's why you're seeing a boom in conservative underground podcasts like this. So tune in, because you're going to hear some things for real, like that you're not going to hear anywhere else, that are unknown to the public, that you're going to hear for the first time. So definitely take a moment to tune into that, and it's going to be wild.
All right, with that, we're going to sign off for now. Thank you guys very much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate all the people in Chatter that came up and had something to say and wanted to talk. And we truly appreciate your support.
And if you think Rob should get better lighting, go ahead and DM him. He wants to hear about it.
Off with this lighting shit.
I think you look great, bro. I don't know why everyone's complaining.
All right, brother, man. I'll catch you on the rebound, bro.
Yes, sir.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Prosecutor said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
And FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now.